And now I'm wondering.
What? What are you wondering?
Why was he eating that garlic? And so much of it.
Well, garlic's great for your blood flow.
Okay, well, I hope that's what it was.
It lowers cholesterol.
Well, no, but I mean, blood flow has a lot of.
It all connects, yeah.
Yeah. So let your blood flow. When it goes down your ting-a-ling, just let your blood
I'm not shooting you. I'm shooting the camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tony won't like that. That's expensive to replace the camera.
Yeah, it would be. John Bird, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you.
Brandy over the line. Tony Gump in the house.
Hey, woo.
And now we've needed to do this because we've all had a long week, and it's just, this is kind of our getaway. This is our
it is.
break time, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Gives us the opportunity to let our hair down.
Yes.
Even though
Speaking of hair,
mine.
do you like my aggressive do today? I got real aggressive and spiky with it.
That is aggressive. I will give you that. I wouldn't be able to do that if, and wear headphones because I'd be afraid it would get all messed up. I got this weird thing, like if I fix my hair, which is almost never, that nothing can touch my head. Like I don't want it messed up.
It's all on the product you use. I use brick oven.
The brick oven.
Yes. Today I didn't because of the headphones, but brick oven, I could move my head down like that and move toward you and stab you in the eye.
Oh, so it just keeps it super hard.
Yeah.
The brick oven sounds like a position or something.
It's like
Sounds like a Viagra.
No, it's made by Blue Chew.
Okay.
So, I mean, they're branching out.
Yeah. Well, Hims has stuff for hair growth.
They do.
Remember? Because they were advertising with us for a minute. And it was like, get a boner and grow your hair.
Or get hair for your
boner.
Everybody. Can everybody see my shirt?
I thought he was about to pull his boner out. Good Lord. My hypocrisy knows no bounds. What does that mean?
That's from Tombstone.
Oh.
Doc Holliday says, my hypocrisy knows no bounds.
I actually watched a little bit of that. Trish had me watching a little bit of it like a week or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
how far did you get?
I don't know. I just, at night, I'm in and out of the living room and the kitchen and cooking food and fixing.
This is a sit-down movie, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to pull my 33rd watch probably this weekend.
I definitely did not sit down for that movie. So we're faced with a situation. We got a couple new members on our members only deal.
Yes.
We've got to do something that is going to convince non-members to become members. Now, first off the top, to become a member, you go to the YouTube channel and you click the button that says join. It's $4.99 a month, and what you're going to get is exclusive content you can't get anywhere else, and we're doing a live show every day after recording this podcast. So that would normally be either a Monday or Tuesday about 4:30 or 5 o'clock, and Thursday about 4:30, 5 o'clock. We'll go live, and you'll be able to watch it live. But if you don't see it, you can watch it on the back end. We just call it the post show.
Yeah.
And it's for members only. And one of the things you've been doing on the members only podcast is you've been freestyling songs for people.
Yes, it's been really fun. I didn't think I could do it.
We just pick a random person that's in the chat, and
new person.
you sing a song for them, and you just come up with it off the top of your head, and you're incredibly good at it. So I'm thinking, why don't we sample that for this audience that's, watching the free version, and, maybe come up with a topic of what you can sing about?
Pressure. Okay.
How about you sing about...
Oh gosh, look at this. Have this here. What a coincidence.
Freaking guitars all over the place here. Maybe Trump. How about this? How about sing about Abrego Garcia, Kilmar Garcia, who is the the illegal alien that the Democrats are trying to get back from El Salvador, but he's an MS-13 gang member. Could you do that, or would you rather do Trump?
No, I can give it a shot. Give me just Garcia. I'm gonna go with that.
Kilmar, kind of like Kilmore, but it's Kilmar.
Okay, all right.
So Kilmar Garcia is his name.
All right. Gilmore, Senor, that is my name you can't ignore. Gilmore, Senor, that is my name you can't ignore. But I'm no MS-13. I'm a family man, and I'm real clean, except when I beat my wife. They messed with the wrong man. Tried to keep me out of this bright land, but I'm not gonna go. Oops, I just did. Trump is a chump. I'm gonna cut off his hand, so this just a stump, because I'm not MS-13.
Yeah.
Garcia play. Garcia play. Garcia play every day. I'm not MS-13. I'm an innocent man who likes to cut off the hands of all the people I don't like. You want surgery? I'm gonna purge the land. Surgery. Back in my homeland, I'm gonna ride the horses all day long. Back in my country, I'm going to pick bananas.
What?
I'm gonna go bananas and kill everyone I see. But I'm not MS-13.
Oh, damn.
Oh, woo. Yes. We need to pull that and make it its own video. That was phenomenal.
I love it because in my diseased mind, I don't know what's coming up next.
Yeah.
It's like driving. It's like Mario Brothers. I never know when I go around the corner, you know.
It's like driving with your eyes closed.
Yes. That's a great idea. What a great idea for a song. Driving with your... I'll give you credit.
One of our newest members on the members only is a Bubba Army guy, and maybe when we do the post show today, you can do a song for him.
Yeah, I like it when we have it because we've started doing it like with new people, although they may have already been on, but we will pick someone. So I like it when someone joins the after show that we get to the members only after show that, you know, I do a little song.
Yeah, and if you join us live, you can just request it right there on the spot because the live video is just very nonchalant and we're just hanging out.
Yeah, we're just hanging, man.
So outside of all that, how's life been? How's life been treating you? Did anything change? You get married? Maybe have some kids? No. Okay. I'm
No, but my everyday life is going. It's going pretty well. I've been more organized than I've been maybe ever.
People ask me about you all the time at the station.
Yeah, because I mean, what I do is I'll make my list, and Trish helped me this last night because you graciously I invited myself over.
Yeah,
but we had a great time.
Yeah,
you had to get a shower because you had to go to bed. So Trish and I were talking.
I ended up going to bed before John Bird even left.
yeah. So Trish and I were talking. So we came up with the. She told me how she does it because we're very similar as far as ADHD and depression, all that. So she said that you only had to spend 5 minutes in each room cleaning it. Like, for instance, you go to your bedroom. There's like a bunch of clothes there, whatever. Well, you just take 5 minutes. You clean up as much as you can, then you stop.
Stop after 5 minutes.
Then go to the kitchen. You do like that. The good thing is, when I start taking my Adderall, I took off again and cleaned my whole house.
Yeah.
So now that 5 minutes is not that bad.
That's maintenance, is
Yes,
what that is.
yes. And then I write down like I'm going to spend 1 hour, talking to, trying to book gigs. I'm going to, spend an hour of self-care. I'm going to watch 2 30-minute episodes of the Andy Griffith Show. I'm going to have a shot of bourbon. So I just set up my day, and it's worked quite well.
Amazing.
All the way up, like till I go to bed.
Amazing. Tony Gulp, can you match that with
I don't
what's going on
know.
in your
I
life?
can't match Andy Griffith. We got the whole vape hemp bill thing we're fighting.
Yeah, he's over here watching Andy Griffith, and Tony's fighting for his life against lawmakers.
Yeah, it's like, God help us, So we're just, day at a time. What can you do? Just trying to stay positive, keeping the good vibes going.
I've been having people reach out to me about this, and some are just inquiring like, hey, I'm a Delta 8 user, I'm a vape user, what can I do to help? And I pass that along, and if you watch this podcast and I don't get back to you, I'm sorry. I'm going to give my marching orders on the show as soon as we get word about the schedule. We just got to figure out what day and time they're going to vote on this one. It's just one bill of several in the Senate, which is HB8.
Yeah, and they can already, you can call any senator at this point because it's going to the open floor. It's not like in a committee. So people can already call their just look up your senator where you're located at and give them a call or write them an email and just maybe keep calling them and bother them a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, if you need...
Just scream into the phone.
Yeah, you can do that too.
But be very nice.
Yes, very nice.
Just know what you're talking about.
Yeah. If y'all need that info, reach out to me and I'll get you. I've posted it on my social media. You have to scroll down a little bit, but So that's what's new.
Yeah.
That's what's
And you
going
know
on
what,
with
though?
us.
You're right. An informed voter is frightening to a politician.
Mm-hmm.
It's the antithesis of what they want. Most
Especially when there's a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I said one thing I do wish we had in here in Alabama was like, one thing California has we don't have is we can have an amendment put up by the population, the regular population.
Yeah,
we can't do anything. We have to rely on all these politicians in Alabama.
Yeah.
So
Scummy people.
and they're all great people.
They are.
So tonight, I guess depending on when you're watching this, tonight is the NFL draft. Did you know that?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I say. I mean, I got a couple of Tennessee players I'm interested to see where they go, but I'm probably not going to be interested enough to watch the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Just because college football has just gotten so wacky.
It's NIL, just like college basketball. It's become unwatchable.
With Nico. So Nico goes to UCLA, right?
I love it.
He goes from making $2.2 million a year to 1.3.
That's
think
a
1.3
message
is the number.
right there. That's a message.
And his brother, whose name is Madden, also he joined Arkansas. Well, he ain't even played a snap, and now he's leaving Arkansas and going to UCLA. Well, the collective, like the NIL people at Arkansas, are now suing him, making him pay back hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Which he should.
And I got to imagine the same thing's going to happen with Nico. So him and his brother, who are both quarterbacks from what I understand, are going to UCLA, and they got lawsuits on their hands.
Well, I mean, it's great because, once again, thanks to old St. Nick, the coaches are putting their foot down, and the universities are putting their foot down.
Thanks to who? Josh Heupel was the one that put his foot down.
No, I know, but if you remember, St. Nick started talking about that. Then Josh did wrong, and then he got up there and he started firing off verbal comments.
Right.
St. Nick, you mean Nick Saban, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got a very diverse audience. Not everybody knows who Saint Nick is.
Oh,
So,
that's true.
Nick
Santa,
Saban.
Santa
They're going to
Claus.
think it's Christmas time or something.
Yeah, Santa Claus. Santa Claus saved NIL. Maybe that'll happen.
Yeah, but I don't
with
think
college
there's
football.
I don't think there's any coming back.
Is that guy from Ohio State going pro, Henderson, that number 32 guy?
I don't know. Probably.
He should.
Everybody from Ohio State should probably go pro based on what they did last year.
Yeah, and I know that basketball
They paid
player
enough
from
for
Duke, Flag, I think his name
Yeah.
is. He's really good, actually.
He's gone too.
John Bird hates Duke. For anybody that doesn't
He'll
know,
probably go first.
with the
Yeah.
with the draft, it's in Green Bay, which means I guess it's at Green Bay Stadium at Lambeau Field.
Yeah, they probably have facilities like all football. I guess would have like large facilities for events like that.
Well, with Lambeau Field, it sits right in the middle of a regular middle class neighborhood. Like it's surrounded by homes. And since the draft is there, people are putting signs in their yard and they're saying X number of dollars and you can park in my yard. Well, if you look at this, people are charging up to like $200 per parking spot. Check this out. There's $100. Slow down, we can't see the signs.
I'm getting dizzy.
Everybody's got their Green Bay stuff out there. That's a $200. So yeah, $100, $200.
I'd go with the $100 guy. Yeah, that guy right there. I'd go with him.
I don't blame him. I mean, if you're traveling to Green Bay just for the draft, you've probably got some disposable income, and the closer your home is to the venue, like the higher the price is going to be.
Like it was at Legion Field in Birmingham.
Mm-hmm. Now, they do that.
Yeah.
Funny enough, when I was living in Tampa, we had the car wash right by the Tampa Buck Stadium. And when they had the Super Bowl there, this would have been 06 or 07, at night, we used the car wash and we pocketed a bunch of cash by letting people park there, and it was like, I think, $110 to park.
Nice.
What we charged them, and we fill up our whole lot.
Nice.
And we got to keep all that.
And that's back then. I mean, but it's the Super Bowl, man. You on the Super Bowl, you got some money, cool.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, if it's that big of an event, like the older I get, the more it's worth paying to park. Like used to, I'd be like, I would go way out of my way to make sure I could just find a spot where I didn't have to pay. Now it's like $20-$30. I'm like, here, take it.
Yeah.
Well, whatever it takes for me to, because I get anxiety going to events and trying to find a parking spot. I just get freaked out by it. I don't know why.
Well, I've got a solution. Never drive. I don't think I've ever driven for a parking spot.
You've never parked before?
No.
You've just always kept driving.
No, not at a stadium. Not at a stadium. At a stadium, I haven't.
Okay.
Like in the regular world, except for Homewood, Alabama, which has that weird 1940s kind of parking thing.
Yeah.
I just
Because we know you parked illegal, or wait, you parked and locked your keys in the car dressed like Billy Idol that one time.
Almost got towed.
Yeah, almost got assault and raped.
Messed with.
Unmessed with.
Unvirginized.
Unvirginized. Yeah, because it was bad because remember my window won't roll down. It does now. I'm getting the Mustang back Saturday.
Nice.
And I had that leather. I got a rash from the the pants. And so I was able to get in my car, but the battery was dead. So then I called my roommate, God bless him, and he came. But it was like 30 minutes, and I couldn't open the door because, there was still a lot of traffic. So I had to sit there and stew in my own juices for over a half hour and couldn't, because I was not going to stand outside looking like I did. Because inside, like the 80s club.
Stew in my own juices? Yeah. That's disgusting.
Yeah. But, in the 80s club, you look cool. Downtown Birmingham on a Saturday night, you don't. You look like something else.
Yeah, you do. I was trying to find a picture of you in that outfit, but you've got so many freaking photoshopped pictures on your Facebook that I can't find it. So it's okay.
It's like Billy Idol and the Terminator had an offspring.
Yeah,
that's what Bird looked like.
Yeah, and that's when I did the. I didn't know that you couldn't use blonde dye to turn your hair blonde.
Yeah,
and it turned orange.
All right, I'm sending it to you there, Tony Gunn.
Oh, okay, you've got it because I've got 12.
Sorry, I threw us all off track here.
No, you're good.
Start over.
You said the R word.
Oh man, I didn't know what did you say?
Did you say the R word?
Huh?
You said the R word?
The other R word that we shouldn't be saying, the four-letter R word.
Apres.
Yeah, okay, that's the way I should say it. I was going to say something.
Dude, I had the other day on the show, the R word, the other R word was said like 15 times within 30 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They were calling Joe Biden a retard.
Oh, boy.
And I was like...
Etardre.
Etardre.
All right,
here. This is the outfit where John Bird was stewing in his own juices.
Yeah, it was really cool while I was there. And I mean, but I was miserable. Oh, it was so hot. And I barely fit into the outfit. You know, the Chinese, their version of XL is not the same
look,
as
that's
ours.
me on the other side of you. Look at my hair, which is right there on your hand.
Yeah.
God, my hair's so long.
Here, yeah.
That was when we were on stage, and I just said, "In the midnight hour, she cries," and I would hold it out.
Mama.
Yeah, that's one of the first things that went through my head after I got fired.
So we're talking about sports. Have y'all seen this Shannon Sharpe stuff?
What's going on with Shannon?
So apparently he's dating like a 19-year-old, and she's accusing him of ape rape. And audio's getting released and leaked and everything else of him on the phone, like threatening to choke her out and all this other stuff. I think, TMZ put this one out right here. This is one of the phone calls that was recorded.
You're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang up on me. So I feel like
I'm not gonna hang up on you. Here's what it is.
what? What does that even mean?
Nothing, Gabby. You want to be a dick to me now, so.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm gonna choke the out of you when I see you.
Oh. She didn't.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to be choked.
Yes, you do.
Oh God.
I don't think
You're just gonna like get mad at, and you're just gonna hang.
So he then goes on to say something along the lines of, like, referring to, he can already see the headline now, big black man chokes out little white girl or something. And here is him. Okay, so these allegations come out. That girl on the right is the girl. Her name's Gabby or something.
What's her handle for her OnlyFans?
Well, I think she is an OnlyFans
Of
model.
course.
I hadn't really kept up with this a whole lot, but from what I understand, the audio was leaked, and then he went on TV or his YouTube or whatever and explained what he says the situation is. Here's his explanation.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart.
I bet
This is
you
a
do.
shakedown.
Always.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself. You know what happened, and you're trying to manipulate the media. The encounter in question took place during the day at her invitation, and now that appears to be a deliberate setup, coordinated by Gabby, also known as Carly on OnlyFans.
There you
Gabby
go,
and
John
Tony
Bird.
Busby
It's Carly.
want $50 million. What they're getting
Write
is
that
sued
down.
for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty. I know my family and fans know exactly what this is about. And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do. I love all you guys. Thanks.
Except for Gabby. I don't love her.
She's
a hoe.
He wants to upche her.
So,
Okay.
okay. So there's a sex tape too?
Yeah.
Do I
he,
not? I thought it was just an audio recording.
Yeah, he said there was 3 minutes, and I mean, he wants the full 10-minute show.
He wants his whole sex tape.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to be grateful. He only wants to show 30 seconds of it. So,
Well, if
I
she
mean,
was setting them up, it'd be easy for her to get 30 seconds of something that doesn't look good.
right, things get a little rough. You put a couple hands around the neck, and it's,
But I think they were talking a sex tape,
well, that's what I'm saying.
an
Like,
X-ray tape.
is that? I haven't seen anything about that. But it's almost like Shannon Sharpe does a podcast. I don't know what it's called, but he's had some pretty good guests on, such as Cat Williams and others. And it's almost like when you go back and watch some of those clips, it's like they were trying to warn him, like they knew this was coming at some point. I'm talking months and months, even years back. Like, hey, don't be dating these little white girls. It's gonna get you hemmed up. There was this is Monique, the comedian, telling him that very thing, saying, hey, don't be running around with these girls.
to us. How this dating thing.
Because it's Mo is different now than when you and I.
It's different, baby. I'm grateful I'm not 56 and trying.
What you trying to say? What you trying to say? Mo?
I'm looking right at you.
I know
I'm
you looking at your
I ain't backing down. You better take your old ass and get somebody to love you.
Damn, Mo.
Now I'm looking right at y'all. Let me tell y'all what Shannon needs.
Let me live my life.
Let me tell you what my baby needs. He need him an old fat gal who can bake good cakes, make some smothered turkey wings, who gonna rub his feet at the nighttime, okay? And gonna have a sip of his cognac to make him feel better about himself when he come home at night. That's what Shannon needs. You don't need no 26-year-old girl. You don't need no 36-year-old girl. This is your auntie talking to you. Take your old ass and get you an old bitch out there that can love you old. You're trying to hang out with these young bitches and you can't do it, Shannon. You just can't do it.
She's speaking truth.
When they want you to go for the 4th round, you looking at her like, bitch, listen, I need you want some money to go to Starbucks?
Yeah,
because I can't go no further. But if you get your older girl, when you get to that 4th round, she's gonna say, hold on. Let me go get you some eggs and cheese and some toast with apple butter, because that's going to get your energy back up. I'm talking right to you. Shit. So he thought I was going to be scared. Yes, I'm talking. And I know an old gal, she'd be good to you. Her name is Elladora. Now, when you know somebody named Elladora, she's old school. Mm-hmm. Now, Miss Elladora told me to tell you. She said, I think he like red velvet.
Oh, I do.
I say, Miss Elladora, I said, you look at his face. I got something for him.
Yeah, I like.
And she don't have no teeth. Come on, pick your glass up and clank it for me. These young gals will bite you.
Okay. So this seems to be kind of an inside thing that maybe they talked about off camera, and then he's kind of shocked that she brought it up. But she's right. And even Cat Williams, when he was on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, he said, I'm scared of white women, young white women.
Like it is.
He's like, I'm not. This is him right here. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with him.
I want to get with a white woman because I was scared she might have me running down the street like Jonathan Majors.
There you go. Come on, cat.
Not because I didn't like white women. I think white women are as great as any other women. But I'm not going to act like I'm not scared of them. I have a reason to be scared. You could be Kang the Conqueror, and they could take your rabbit ass down in 2 weekends. And that's the truth.
And it looks like that's what they did.
Yep. Well, and I'm waiting for what's going to happen with Bill Belichick.
Yeah, when's Bill Belichick's deal?
He's 72, and she's like 24.
But I think Bill Belichick, he's, if he loses, so Shannon Sharpe has apparently had to part ways with ESPN. That came across the wire today. So he's done.
Oh, man. That's big.
Bill Belichick could lose his job and he would be fine.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think it probably just comes down to how kinky are you, and when your sex tape does come out, does it show you choking your girlfriend?
It wouldn't show the part right before that where she asked him to.
Yeah, it won't have that. But I don't know. I mean, Shannon Sharpe's probably guilty. I mean, it's whatever. I don't care either way. I don't care nothing for Shannon Sharpe.
Yeah, but it's just another hero going down the tubes.
Now, if the Stephen A. Smith sex tape comes out, then we got problems.
Yeah. Because, I mean, he tells it like it is. Doesn't matter the size. He tells it like it is.
Imagine him yelling at her in that voice he does all the time while he's taking her to Pound Town. So, what?
You mean he's making her a pound cake?
Yeah, he's pounding that cake. So, let's stick with sports for a moment.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm going to move on. This is not a sports show, obviously. But we were mentioning UCLA earlier, okay?
Yeah.
Apparently, UCLA and USC have a student from each school, and they are competing in the first ever sperm race.
Well, technically, we've all won the sperm race at one point.
That's true.
I'm always a loser.
You were a winner one time.
One time you won.
Yep. You won the lottery one time.
I won the lottery
millions.
twice.
But so they actually take their sperm. Boy, we're going to have to put a freaking warning label on this video.
But you're using technical terms.
They're racing them. somehow. I don't know.
God, I already know how they're racing them.
Well, they got a promo for it.
They put them in little cars.
Look, here you go. The sperm racing UCLA
Are you
versus
kidding
USC.
me?
Watch.
Everything big always starts small.
Yo, listen, you hear that? Killers in the jungle.
This is the world's first ever sperm race. This is Asher from UCLA versus Tristan from USC. Two legends on microscopic racetrack. The battle for whose sperm is the healthiest, the fastest, and the tastiest. Whose swimmers will win the race. USC versus UCLA.
What about the guy that was in the middle, like the referee? Is he like, jerking him off?
I think what's going to happen is everybody's thinking that they're going to come out with little cups.
So they're going to come out with cups, put it on the little petri dish.
Yeah. Well, I think what's going to happen is they're going to have remember the Boy Scouts used to do the racers.
Yeah.
Like that, the wooden
they just
box of your derby. Yeah, they
take
put it
the
on
cup
there.
and just pour it down the racetrack.
And it's like, oh, Asher's in the lead. Oh, wait a minute, he's there.
But if you're doing it under a microscope, you're probably gonna have to mix them together and then see who does what.
Oh, you mix them together?
Well, I mean, you can't put it down. I mean, we're talking about one little guy. We're not talking about the substance that the package gets delivered in.
I don't know a lot about a lot, but believe it or not, I do know a little bit
about sperm. Say it.
Okay.
Say it. Why are you looking at your hands? Say it.
When I was much
Okay.
when I was much younger.
He was a spermicidal maniac.
There was a young lady who mentioned to me just off the cuff that you should eat a lot of fruits and vegetables and not as much meat because that affects
the flavor.
The flavor.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
I was a vegetarian for the first 30 years of my life.
Were you?
Yeah. And now I can't get anybody to get near me. Eating my Burger King Whopper.
I think the trick, don't smoke, but then eat lots of pineapple and garlic.
Yeah, pineapple's the ticket.
Garlic,
yeah.
Really?
Believe it or not.
You ever
Hold on.
Have you ever tried garlic on your pineapple? Garlic and pineapple pizza?
I knew a guy when I was younger that took garlic pills every day as a supplement, and some girl he hooked up with told us all,
Pineapple.
I don't know what else I can say about that.
My mom doesn't watch this podcast. This is after show type stuff, and I've just
Well, garlic's a potent, got a potency to it.
My dad actually was at one point. I think he had just gotten word, and this, the internet's not even really a big thing back then. He had gotten word that garlic is like super healthy in some way, shape, or form, and so he was eating it all the time. Like, I mean, it just smelled like garlic in our house. And now I'm wondering,
what are you wondering?
Why was he eating that garlic and so much of it?
Well, garlic's great for your blood flow.
Okay, well, I hope that's what it was.
It lowers cholesterol.
Well, no, but I mean, blood flow has a lot of.
It all connects. Yeah.
Yeah. So let your blood flow when it goes down your chin. Just let your blood flow.
Oh, God.
It goes down your chin.
We're getting canceled now.
That's disgusting.
You know what? We've opened the door. We might as well realize nobody's going to sponsor this show.
Disgusting.
Timestamp.
Let's move on to something less disgusting. Let's move on to the dead Pope.
Yes.
How did you feel about that?
This is going to be. Let's go controversial.
We're already there. Just bring it on.
Yes.
One more sperm down.
I'm not a big fan of the Pope.
Mm-hmm.
God, Christ, treats everyone the same. It's up to you whether you want to have a relationship with him. People are worshiping a man. And usually most of these popes are like in their late 70s, early 80s when they actually become pope. so their facilities aren't quite there. And the last couple of posts they've been kind of leaning to the left.
I really just needed a yes or no if you like him. Tony Gump?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
I didn't like him, but he's no longer, so,
You can't dislike a dead man. So we're all on the same page.
Hitler.
Well, yeah.
There you go, saying another term.
Oh, Hitler, hey. My God. I'm just shutting my mouth.
Anyway.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to like Hitler because...
Hitler, hey.
You definitely don't want to like that guy because next thing you know, you're going to be telling stories about how you did something with your cousin on Twitter.
I did something with my cousin on Twitter?
No. Let's not even start that. We've already been too disgusting. So apparently there's an issue at the what's the name of the place where they got the Pope? It's like
Vatican City.
Yeah, it's like St. Peter's.
Cathedral.
Sicilian Cathedral or something. I don't know. So there are rules. If you go in there to see the dead Pope, you can't be taking pictures. But it's 2025, and so apparently out of the tens of thousands of people that are coming to see the dead Pope, many of them are taking selfies and smiling in the picture while taking selfies. Some even bringing their own selfie sticks to get an up close of the Pope selfie.
Wow.
Here's here's a little bit of imagery from the cathedral. You know she's not supposed to be doing that. Oh, there's I don't know why her face is blurred out, but she's smiling.
It's a small win people have to pay their respects, though the Pope's body will continue to lie in state here right until his funeral on Saturday morning.
Look at it. Look at all the... Go back to that last picture. Look at all the phones.
Oh, wow.
It's like a press conference.
Oh, no.
Just collect their phones as they come in and they can get them as they leave.
Yeah. He looks rough, by the way. The Pope does.
Well, he is dead.
Yeah.
You should probably go and close casket on that one if I was you.
When did he kick the bucket?
It was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay, he's probably...
it was on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Or was it after? Yeah, it was Easter Sunday.
Speaking of, it was on Hitler's birthday. Is when he passed
Hitler,
away.
hey, Tony.
His birthday's on 4/20?
Yes.
Oh, dang, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so Sunday was like the Super Bowl of, everything.
Yeah, and I think Snoop Dogg was in attendance. You get it?
4/20.
Yeah. I made a pot joke.
Oh, God.
So it was Easter, Hitler Hayes' birthday, and the Pope died, and they're accusing J.D. Vance of unaliving the Pope because J.D. Vance met with him the day before.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez.
JFK's super leftist liberal grandson is actually on social media saying that J.D. Vance killed the Pope. His name's what? Jack Schlongster? Jack Schlossberg?
Well, if he had anything to do with it, he killed him with kindness.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's go back to Abrego Garcia because we're having way too much fun. Let's talk about a serious issue.
Yes.
So Abrego Garcia, the deported Maryland dad, the Maryland man, is facing a lot of questions. He's been accused of being a wife beater, a member of MS-13, obviously. Mm-hmm. All of this seems to be backed up by, police reports and arrests. But I'm looking through this article right here today, and Tony, scroll to the bottom of the article for me and get to the end of the words there. When you get to this, this last part right here, go down. It says local affiliate Fox 45 reported that court documents further showed that a man named Edwin Ramos, who claimed to be the father of Vasquez's children, which is Jennifer Vasquez, that's Garcia's
What's
wife.
up with that commercial?
I can't focus.
Over here, focus.
Okay.
That a man named just close your eyes. You don't have to watch that. A man that claims. All right, it's over. All right,
okay.
now it's buried.
I'm sorry.
Local Fox affiliate, Fox 45, reported that court documents further showed that a man named Edwin Ramos, who claimed to be the father of Jennifer Vasquez's children, Jennifer Vasquez being Garcia's wife,
right,
filed for custody of the children because he was concerned about the children's safety, alleging that Vasquez is dating a gang member. Okay. So, two things here. That guy says that the dude's an MS-13 gang member. The second thing is, those are his kids and not Garcia's kids. So Maryland dad is not even a dad? Come on. I mean, could this get any worse for Democrats?
Maybe the real father tricked him into raising the kid. I don't know. But how would you trick a gangbanger into raising your own kid?
Yeah, gangbangers don't do that.
No.
Gangbangers don't get married and try to live a normal dad life with their wife.
Unless you think about it. He's trying to be normal on the outside, but the bodies are piling up behind the house.
He's a killer on the inside.
Yep. You think about that. You have that regular life. That's the veneer on the top. But you're really MS-13.
It's just mainstream media just lying to us.
Of course, as usual.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Democrats have been visiting El Salvador to hang out with this guy. Only one person, Van Hollen, was the only one that get to hang out with him so far, right? I'm surprised AOC didn't go down there because, remember, she was the one crying in front of the ICE detention center during Trump's first term. And then when it was still going under Joe Biden, she was nowhere to be found. There's that one meme, and she's like standing in front of an ice machine at a gas station. I think AOC is going to run for president. I'm really, I don't want to say 100%, but I'm really getting the vibe that she's going to attempt to run, which is insane.
We can only hope.
That is just seeing that. She put out a new ad that I don't know that you can describe this ad as anything other than a presidential bid ad. Watch.
Idaho,
yeah, you are.
I'm so touched being here. I'm a girl from the Bronx. To be welcomed here in this state, all of us together, seeing our common cause, this is what this country is all about. Don't let them trick us into thinking we are enemies. Don't let them trick us into thinking we can be separated into rural and urban, black and white and Latino. We are one.
Latino.
Alexandria, they told us this was a conservative state. They got it wrong.
And Idaho, I know that looking around here, it can feel impossible for Republicans out here to be defeated. That's not true. It's simply not true. And from the waitress who is now speaking to you today from this podium, I can tell you, impossible is nothing.
And as Alexandria just said, when we stand together, when we do not allow them to divide us up, there is no stopping us.
Miracles start with mustard seeds, and that is what each and every one of you represent today. Small miracles of faith in ourselves, in each other, and in the refusal to give up.
You know how they went from like uber divisive and like really hate the other side to let's all come together. Anyway, that rhetoric is what you do when you're running for president.
That's exactly. You're right on it. But I tell you, Bernie can't be involved. He'll be.
I don't know. I mean,
Bernie
Bernie
be unalive by that. Not like
Bernie is much like Donald Trump in the sense of he is outpacing his age. Like Bernie still got it enough together to be able to run. And
in 3.5 years?
I think so. I mean, he's kind of the stage he's at now. He's been that way since 2016. He's like, Buenos Aires.
It would be entertaining if they both ran together,
Wow. What if they run separately and just double their chances, and then whoever does win? Does the DNC allow that, though? Those two are too radical. They've already shut down Bernie once. They don't want Bernie for president.
I mean, they could run them both and then pull like an RFK Trump type thing where they come together.
Well, and maybe they've changed their mind. The DNC changed their mind about Bernie because once he folded against Hillary after they screwed him out of the nomination, and he just jumped in line with the DNC. Maybe he's a loyal foot soldier now.
He made a deal with him for sure at this point.
I only have 3 houses. I'm middle class.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I just...
Everybody meet my bartender. She has a very distinct Latino accent.
He looks so much like Larry David, too.
Yeah,
yes.
He kind of does. But these you gotta remember the crimes against humanity that these people committed, such as Ovid K, right?
Yep.
Axine Vase, and everything else that they promoted that has caused so much havoc, so much mayhem to the economy, to people's personal lives, to people's health. There was I played it. I played that on the radio today or yesterday? I think it was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Do you remember there was a guy that got up in front of I don't know if it was a school talent show or what, but this guy gets up and sings this song he made about Fauci and essentially begging Fauci to give us vaccine vase that he hadn't, it was before the vaccines came out. And so he's just, you want to see it?
Of course I do. Are you kidding me?
Okay. Here you go.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci, yes? Promise us, please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease.
Oh.
Dr. Fauci, don't forget me.
Are you kidding me?
Somebody needs to beat the shit out of that kid.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh my God.
Man, the thing is,
that's actually that guy grew up to be the dim staffer that got pounded in the Senate.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh,
I'm just kidding.
It looked like I'm a little.
I don't know. There's something about woke parodies that are never funny because there's always an agenda. Comedy is not involved. There was no comedy involved with that, other than he did a good job of rhyming. I'll give him that.
Dr. Fauci,
That was so cringe, man.
Man.
Help us fight off this disease.
And the whole crowd seemed like they were impressed. They were like, "Oh!" And then they clap at the end. What a crock, man!
Oh, that's so cringe. That is so cringe. Yeah. What about the other thing I did? Speaking of conspiracies, did y'all hear Ron Johnson the other day? He was on Benny Johnson's show.
Two Johnsons.
Two big Johnsons. And Benny Johnson was asking him about 9/11. So apparently there's senators and House members that are finally waking up to what possibly really happened on 9/11.
Thank God.
I've never heard them speak out about this. Now, we all know it. We all kind of believe the same thing.
All of us but Dale Jackson.
Yeah. But Dale Jackson, maybe he'll find out soon. Nothing against him, but, information's coming out and people got questions. Watch this. This is amazing.
What would you like to know about September 11th, the official story there, Senator?
Well, start with Building 7. Again, I don't know that you can find structural engineers other than the ones that have the corrupt investigation inside NIST that would say that thing didn't come down in any other way than a controlled demolition.
Nice.
I mean, you just look at that. You talk about molten steel. Again, you listen to the documentary Bravo 7. There's an awful lot of questions. Who ordered the removal and then destruction of all that evidence? Totally contrary to any other firefighting investigation procedures. I mean, who ordered that? Who was in charge? I think there's some basic information. Where's all the documentation from the NIST investigation? There are a host of questions that I want, and I will be asking, quite honestly, now that my eyes have been opened up. I've talked to former Congressman Kurt Weldon now. I will work with him to expose what he's willing to expose as well.
Did you hear what he said?
So
he said, now that my eyes have been opened up.
I think so. And
that's big to hear a senator say that.
Yes.
He also goes on to talk about how this was kind of brought to his attention in the first place. So you remember Live Golf. You had to live in the PGA, and the Live thing was based out of Saudi Arabia. Well, 9/11 families were upset about that. And so they started going to Washington, D.C. because they felt like the Saudi Arabia was involved in it and all that stuff. And they were demanding documents be released so they can prove what happened on 9/11. Their intention was not to prove that Building 7 came down in a controlled demolition or that the Twin Towers came down in a controlled demolition. they had ulterior motives, but it has brought us around to this point of there are so many questions around 9/11 that we were just told to take your pill, believe what we tell you to believe, and move on. And listen, I'm not going to pretend that I'm somebody that in the first year, 2 years, 5 years, or even 10 years questioned 9/11, because I didn't. I was just like, it was an awful thing. We all remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
It was just tragic. And I'm like, well, nah, you don't want to question it. But as time went on, as the Andrew Breitbarts came along, the Donald Trumps came along,
and the war dragged on.
And the way that war dragged on, you started asking yourself, well, is there more? And people put together documentaries on YouTube and everything else. And when you've got somebody that's able to package all the unanswered questions in one convenient video and you watch it and you're like, holy crap.
Side by side.
Yeah. So.
Now, see, if you look at the history, the government wouldn't lie to us. They definitely didn't know that Japan was coming for Pearl Harbor and never saw that coming. They didn't know about the Gulf of Tonkin was going to happen, which didn't happen.
Yeah.
The sinking of the Lusitania to get us into World War I. I wonder how that happened. There's lots of things that would make you question just about anything at this point.
Yeah, because when it comes to attacks on the American homeland, there's not really that many people out there in the world, and I mean almost none, that would attack America in their homeland because they realize the consequences would be so dire, right? Even considering, some stinky terrorist with Al-Qaeda or whoever would know, hey, they're going to bomb the bejesus out of us, so let's not do this. Or, Iran doesn't bomb us for that reason. Russia doesn't bomb us because they understand that it would, obliterate them as well. But the Al-Qaeda people and the Taliban people were the perfect patsy. Okay, I say patsy. Obviously, they were in these planes, but they were people that were willing to lose their own life for the cause. So it was a perfect, hey, obviously this makes sense. These people, strap bombs to themselves and blow themselves up. So what do they have to lose? But your other Al-Qaeda members back in Afghanistan and Iraq are kind of like, don't know if we should do this because things are going to be bad.
Now, I just want to say in history, anytime the industrial complex for military wants to go to a war, it seems like there's an event that happens to America and it rallies the population to want to go do that event, which makes them a ton of money. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's it. They got to get the population behind it in order to go to war really anywhere. I mean, even being involved in Ukraine to the extent that we were, they had to create a big propaganda campaign to support Ukraine. And they need Democrats and Republicans on Capitol Hill on board. So their constituents look up and say, well, my guy or my team's for it, so I guess it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, they need an event that they can promote. Like the sinking of the Lusitania, they put up pamphlets and flyers that said, remember the Lusitania at the time? And it got the population who in no way wanted to go to war. They ended up being okay with going to war in World War I.
So who's really behind
and what topped me off with the 9/11 thing? At first, when they said they found the passport of one of the pilots or whatever on the ground, I mean, how the hell are you going to find that guy's passport on the ground? When I heard that, I thought, what?
The plane hits up top, the buildings collapse, and then when they're doing recovery efforts, they find one of the terrorist passports just laying on the ground intact.
Yeah, whenever something happens like a movie, you know that there's something up. That's like something that would happen in a movie.
Well, in movies, and what they do in Hollywood, they use it to not predict, but project.
Yeah.
Well,
precondition.
Precondition the population as to this is coming. They don't say that, but you watch it in a movie, just
Plot
like
point.
what was the one that was COVID related that was. There was a movie about a pandemic, and it was almost identical to how.
Where they had all the CNN people in it and stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Contagion, or what was it
Something
called?
like that.
Was it Contagion?
That might be a Contagion.
Yeah. What's her name was in it? don't really like her.
Yeah,
as an
I mean,
actress.
Well, it was,
But she was she was in, but she died pretty quickly.
yeah. She caught the contagion.
I think Brad Pitt in it? He does a lot of those.
I'm thinking Matt
Contagion.
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was in that
I
movie.
think that. Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
And Dr. Sanjay Gupta was in it too.
Sanjay Gupta. One of my favorite appearances was when he was on Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan called him out and called CNN out, and he was like, "Wow, I don't think they're bad people." He's like, "They're bad people. They tried to accuse me of taking horse goo."
Hey, do you remember when Sanjay Gupta? It actually may have been before you came on board, but when I was working with Matt and Ani, and then Matt and Val in the morning at 6 o'clock,
he would come on.
Sanjay Gupta
with your medical update.
Yeah, your health or something like that was Sanjay Gupta.
Can you believe that the 99.5's affiliate used to be CNN? And it was still there when I was there, and people would just constantly complain about it. And I'm like, because we would do a segment, and then the top of the hour news would come on, and they would just say the exact opposite of everything we were saying.
Yeah.
That's wild. All right, we got to get out of here and get ready for our post show coming up. So, Tony Gump, you want to give us some parting words?
Parting words. If you wonder about 9/11, you got to keep an open mind to everything. And don't believe everything you see on TV from the major networks, because there's always a narrative. And make sure you get plenty of water, meat, sunlight, and sleep. Hello, Bubba Army. And stay positive, everyone.
Where were you when they built that ladder to heaven? You remember that?
Yeah. Stop
9/11,
I wrote a song that was pretty popular about that.
About a stairway to heaven?
No,
or ladder to heaven?
about 9/11.
Oh, did you? No, I think we played that on the show.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, no, we didn't.
I remember it.
No, we didn't.
We played it on the radio.
Yeah, we did. We played it. This is supposed to be my last words, and you've messed them all up.
Yeah, go ahead. So reset.
I'm going to use Donald Trump as an example. Here's the way Donald Trump goes through life. Here's everybody else. Now, what does that mean? That means he's always super aware of what's going on around him. Most of us go through life with our eyes closed or have a narrow focus. Now, I'm not saying you need to be like a, conspiracy or, the world's going to, but you do need to be aware of what's going on around you. Not only the big picture, but the small picture. Case in point, last night, I've got to admit this, I bought a bag of Oreos and a half a gallon of milk, and I ate them all.
How did you have room to eat those?
I know.
You ate
I hate your guts.
You ate... Okay, so we cooked 3 pounds of meatloaf. You ate 2 pounds.
No.
Yeah, and then you ate about 150 pieces of peanut butter filled pretzels with peanut butter in them.
Mm-hmm, yeah, and I was seeking that comfort from things.
You had to be miserable.
I threw up twice, and I did shit on the carpet once.
Okay,
I will admit that. But you know what? That's a lesson for you guys. Don't eat a whole bag of Oreos right before you go to bed and right after you go to a friend's house to eat
meatloaf.
Exactly. Those are bad decisions. Very bad decisions. So make good decisions and be aware what's around you. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
All right, we're out of here. Y'all make sure to join, be a member.
Yes.
You get to be a part of our live video. It's coming up next. Until then, circles!